Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, Sampler V series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, I really struggled to not just go over there and consume this on the way home. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yam around about for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside the truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Well, folks, it's my Boom! My Mega Man 10 shirt. Look at it. It's pretty. You got Mega Man and Proto Man. And it's all done up super stylized style. Oh, man, I love me some Mega Man. If you're unaware, maybe you're just here for the food review stuff, but yeah, I'm actually a bit of a video game nerd myself. I've been playing games ever since basically I could play games. And Mega Man was like pretty much the first franchise that I invested in as a franchise. Prior to that, I'd pretty much just played what the hell ever and just, that was that. Mega Man was the first time where like I was invested in the character, invested in the story, and I wanted to like continue to play those games. I wanted to make like an active effort. And I just went with it, man, And I was fortunate to really have grown up during like the golden era of Mega Man, where, not only did we get the original games, but then we launched into the X games, which are excellent, then eventually into Mega Man Legends, which is a little divisive, but I think most fans of the genre agree that it's a really good game. But anyway, I love me some Mega Man. I will always represent. Anyway, what else do I love, folks? Well, it has to do with what I'm going to be trying for you today, because this guy right here loves mint and chocolate. So what am I trying for you today? Boom, it's from Arby's. It's their mint chocolate shake. Look at it. It's green. Ha 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 ha. Can I get a thing for the thing? Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I don't know. It's maybe. Ha 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 ha. Sure. So yeah, man, we're getting a little bit close to Shamrock Shake season here. And in fact, the Shamrock Shake is back out at McDonald's. And Arby's, they like to throw a little shade, man. The mint chocolate shake, it's, come and gone periodically. But I do appreciate that they put it out again right when McDonald's brought out the Shamrock Shake, because they like to cast a little shade, and I can appreciate that. So, I haven't had one of these in probably about a year at least. So let's give it a go. Ooh, that's green goodness. That's tasty. Now, the thing is, I'm fairly certain, and I could be wrong, I believe the shake part of it is just a mint shake. The chocolate aspect comes from, like, the little chocolatey bits, which I can go with and I can not go with to a certain extent. Because the thing is, McDonald's, years ago now, they've got the Shamrock Shake, of course, which is their delicious mint shake that they bring out, every so often, usually around St. Patrick's Day. But like several years back, they went over there, they kind of decided to, work with the formula a little bit, and they actually came out with a mint chocolate Shamrock Shake. I personally adored it, but I do believe that quite a few people weren't that into it, so I don't think they ever tried it again. But in that instance, like, the mint and the chocolate were actually incorporated into the entire shake, which is kind of what I wish from this, because, like, it's a good mint shake. I like it. But, it's the mix of the mint and the chocolate that really make it the best it can be. But it is still a very nice mint shake. Yeah, man, it's just tasty and good. It's light. That's one thing that's kind of a little bit surprising about it. Compared to the Shamrock Shake, you would think Arby's, they maybe a little bit, arguably, higher class kind of fast food than, say, like McDonald's. You would think that they would shoot for like a stronger flavor. But I think that really kind of what they're going with is a little bit more of a subdued mint flavor, something maybe a little closer to a natural mint flavor. Whereas with the Shamrock Shake, although it does vary, don't let anybody tell you otherwise, because year by year, the Shamrock Shake can definitely vary in terms of, how it's presented. There's been years when I was not that big a fan of the way that they were doing it. It had way too much of an artificial taste to it. Whereas typically now they've kind of, dialed it back a little bit, but they tend to kind of push the mint flavor, stronger. And I think a lot of that came from like the, sort of the old jokes that, used to be tossed at it, that basically just the Shamrock Shake was just a vanilla shake with some green food coloring. It wasn't, but, so I think McDonald's kind of adjusted for that. But it's nice. It's a nice light mint, but it's still very, still definitely a mint flavor. It's very creamy. It's got a nice creaminess to it. Again, the only thing that kind of works against it is I wish, and here's the thing. Okay, if you're going to do it this way, if you're going to do it with the chocolate bits being the chocolate, okay, fine. But then here's what I want. Don't put them on top. Go over there and, put them through the mix. That would really, and then put some on top, obviously. But what are we, savages here? That would be, the penultimate version of this, so that you could get more of those mixes. Because when you get some of the chocolate bits with the mint, it's delicious. Mint and chocolate is fantastic. And yes, Oda Khaled, it is, and you know it, and I love you for it. One of my regular commenters on my videos, and we have kind of a running joke now in regards to mint chocolate stuff. Because when you get that mint chocolate, man, it's wonderful. It just, the mint elevates the chocolate elevates the mint. It's one of those things. That's when it's at its best, for sure. Like I said, it's just a little bit of a shame that, it's not more prominent throughout the whole experience. And yeah, I mean, you can mix it in yourself and everything. It kind of, defeats the purpose of the whipped cream and stuff. I don't know. But man, that's still tasty. Now, all that said, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? And the third question, is it better than the Shamrock Shake? Well, as for the first 2 questions, I'm going to go with yes and yes. I think it's a damn fine mint shake. I've had far worse. I think it was Cousin Subs. I went there and I had a mint shake and I reviewed it. That was super disappointing. Typically, though, mint shakes I'm happy with. But yeah, I would still get this again. I mean, I don't go to Arby's, frequently, but, maybe a couple times a month or so. If it's on the menu, I'm definitely picking it up for sure, because it's really tasty. It's nothing bad about it. My biggest criticism would be, again, I'd like to see a mix of the chocolate and the mint, or maybe a little bit of an elevated mint flavor, if that's not going to be the case. But there's no artificial taste to it or anything. It's just solid. It's nice and creamy. There's nothing I dislike about it. And if I'm recommending it, if you're already inclined towards mint and chocolate, then absolutely give it a go. Although I will say again, you have to kind of meter your expectations a little bit, because it's well, yeah, it is mint and chocolate, but, you got to kind of mix it in. So just take that into account. If you're not into mint chocolate, that's fine. Some people are wrong about things. I've been wrong about plenty of things in my life. You can be wrong about that. Just saying. But anyway, as for the third question, I'm not going to answer that one right now. But maybe a little bit down the line, maybe I'll do a special video on that. We'll see. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly mint chocolate-tastic rest of your life, because damn it, when it's mint chocolate, it's just the best. Love it. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me, I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes. And when we're faced with those situations, it's important we go over there, take our opportunities, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there, maybe you're going to try out a tasty mint shake from Arby's, as I've done here today. And maybe like me, you're going to enjoy it. It's good. It's, you're having a good time. But maybe also like me, you're like, yeah, but if the mint and the chocolate were... So maybe you talk to the folks at Arby's, who I imagine are all cowboys, just given their theming and such. You ever run into one of like the old franchises, like that's still around, that actually still has like the cowboy hat and everything? That's the Arby's I grew up with when I was a lad. And then of course as time has gone by, like all the other fast food places, they become more corporate looking and more meh. It's always nice when you run into one of those. But yeah, maybe you go over there, you do that, and now you're talking with the head of Arby's, and he's a cowboy. And he's like, I don't know nothing about no mint chocolate. Yeehaw! And then he just rides off on a horse. And now you're in charge of Arby's, because I think there's a law about that. Something. I don't know. Anyway, bye.